Hi, welcome to Indica channel. Today we'll be making some gizzards. So we start by adding some curry powder, and after we've added the curry powder, we'll go and add some paprika powder to give it that bright color and make it look nice also. And then we will add some pepper. This is habanero. In case you can use Cameroonian pepper or any other type of pepper that you like based on your heat. And then we also add some thyme. What's a Nigerian meal without some thyme? And we'll go ahead and add some paste that we made, which is made up of onions, ginger, and garlic that are blended together. You can add as much as you like. I like mine, very garlicky, so I'll add a little more. And then we will add the bouillon in this case. So you'll notice that I'm not going to add salt in this meal because we already get the saltiness from the bouillon, so it doesn't make sense to add more salt. And the spices also give it its unique flavor. And then we will go ahead and let the heat heat up a little bit so that the gizzards produce their own water that we can use to dissolve the spices that we've just added. So now that we have boiled for a minute, we will make sure that we turn and make sure that every gizzard is coated. In this case, make sure that every gizzard gets a touch of the spices that we've just added, and make sure you're cooking this on medium to medium heat. I wouldn't say low, but generally medium heat, so that you don't get the spices burning. The fact that the gizzards have not produced enough water to maintain this out. So we will go ahead and cover it. We're not adding any water in this case because they'll produce their own water. And we let it, the steam produce its own water. Now that the steam has produced the water, the gizzards have been boiling for about 15 minutes in its own water. And you can see that they are boiled. Every gizzard is coated. The spices have dissolved. So we will go ahead, now that I've confirmed that these are soft, we will go ahead and transfer this to a plate so that we can do the next step. So at this step, most people prefer to fry them, but I'm not a fan of oily food, so I'll just put this in the air fryer. But remember that when you are using the air fryer, don't leave the gizzards there so long because they'll become very hard. You want them to be a little crisp on the outside but still very soft on the inside. So I will go ahead and collect these gizzards and transfer them into the air fryer. So now these are ready for the air fryer. The steam is not that much, it's ready to be put in the air fryer. It smells very nice in here. I love the outcome of this. So I'll go ahead and put in the air fryer for about 15 minutes. These gizzards were very many, so I divided them into 2 batches. So let's see how it has turned out. See what it looks like. It looks nice. It smells good in here. They are crisp but not very hard. So we will go ahead and transfer these to our pot. So I did this in 2 batches as I mentioned. Now we're transferring this to our pot, and then we will transfer the pot on the fire and then finish up our process that we started a few minutes ago. They smell nice and delicious. You can also eat them like this if you like, but I'll go ahead and add some spices. So I made a stew earlier that I will post a different video to show you how I made my stew. So I'll just go ahead and add the stew at this point. It's spiced well, it's well cooked down. It's just to make sure that we coat everything. So we'll make sure every gizzard is coated. Remember to put the heat on low, medium to low heat, because you don't want your gizzards to burn at this point. You don't have any water that you're using now. So yeah, we'll go ahead and make sure these are well coated. Turn them so that each gizzard is coated at this point. And remember, we do not have water in this meal, so we will just cook it on low to medium heat. Do not put it on high heat, otherwise things will start burning. And now that it has coated very well, we will just let it heat a little bit more so that we can add the last ingredients. to our gizzard meal today. So now that the heat has come up at this point, we'll start preparing our bell peppers and onions that we are going to add once it gets a little bit warmed up well. So yeah, I can see nothing has started burning, but then I feel like it's very warm now. The stew has cooked, it's hot and warm now. So we'll just go ahead and add the bell peppers. I used yellow and red bell peppers, but you can go ahead and add the green ones, or any color that you like, as long as you pump up what you're eating. That's nice. And after this, we will go ahead and add some onions to it. So I like my onions fully cooked, but some people like them raw. So you can go ahead and divide the onions if you like them raw. Cook one bit, and then at the end you can add the raw onions to your gizzard. But I'll add everything because I like my onions cooked. And we will go ahead and cook this down. Again, remember to just use low to medium heat at this point. Don't use high heat, otherwise things will start burning and your gizzards, will burn, and we don't want them to burn. So we will mix this up well and then go ahead and cover them and let them simmer like for, I think, 3 to 4 minutes, depending on how cooked you want the bell peppers and the onions to be. If you want them very soft, then you can cook it longer, but I prefer them a little crisp. So now we have finished. They've been cooking for like 3 minutes, and this is our product. So these are our lovely gizzards. Again, you can go ahead and eat them as they are now, or you can serve them with rice the way I did. I made some fried rice earlier. Now I'll just go ahead and make sure that I add this to the fried rice. And yeah, that's our video today. That's how we made gizzard. So please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. We look forward to hearing your comments. This is the end product. These are the gizzards.